it's just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless. And I don't know if it's gonna stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever gonna stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there...
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing...
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
No, see, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're
out.
not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just, sometimes it's like, there's this achy, I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
Yeah, that sounds really hard.
It is. Thank you. Ow!
Oh, come on. Ow. If you would just...
Don't!
This is such a classic difference between men and women, right? On one hand, the man sees that if you're just rolling around in your negative emotions and you're not making any progress towards taking an action, then it's kind of pointless. On the other hand, the woman sees that if you're not listening or you're not acknowledging the emotions, then you're failing to understand the full depth of the problem, and therefore you're unlikely to find a correct solution. So they both have a point, right? Now, from my experience, what I've found is that if you give women who tend to vent or to explore their emotions, if you give them the space to fully explore their emotions, you allow them to be heard. Once they get everything out, they're usually more susceptible or more responsive to look for solutions. And the best part is, if you're able to help them tell their own stories, usually they can come up with the solutions on their own. For example, you can say, so let me get this straight. You did this is what they say, and this is how you feel. So you help them keep track of their own story, and even if they can't come up with a solution on their own, it's much easier to initiate the solution-making process. However, if you don't allow her the space to express what she's feeling, she's going to think that you don't have a proper understanding of what she's going through, and therefore you don't have a good understanding of the problem. So she's not going to trust any solutions you have to offer. Now, there is one important caveat that I need to mention, and I think it's important to bring this up to your partner if she's somebody who's really into venting. That is, every time she's venting to you in a form of complaining, when there's a better person that she should be speaking to. For example, if she's constantly frustrated with her mother, but instead of speaking to her mother to try to fix things, she's constantly complaining about her mother to you. In my opinion, this is more problematic because she's putting you in this uncomfortable situation as you know all of these things about her mother, but you have to pretend like you don't every time you're in some sort of family function. So you should be encouraging your partner to direct their energy and emotions to the people who are actually creating those problems. If you got a problem with your mother, go speak to your mother. If you got a problem with your boss, go speak to your boss. Now keep in mind that sometimes your partner might not feel confident in having these confrontations, especially in high-stakes situations like with a family member or with her boss. So you're essentially their practice, like, okay, I trust you to hear what I'm saying and help me craft my story so that I can come across more compassionately rather than impulsively. So you're essentially allowing them the space to solidify their story. With that said, please understand that sometimes she doesn't want or care about any solutions. She simply wants to vent. I think this is important for relationships in general, since men and women have drastically different approach to problem solving. I think it's a good idea to let your partner know what you want the outcome to be.
So at that point, we set up a rule in my home, and the rule goes like this. When my wife comes to me with a problem, I say to her, is this a solutions problem, or is this a conversation where you want me to hear you? And my wife has been kind enough, knowing my shortcomings, to actually abide by this rule and answer the question straight, that she doesn't actually want the problem solved.
Now, as funny and oversimplified as that is, I actually think it can be quite effective because for men, it's not that it's difficult to listen. What's difficult is knowing when is the right time to listen and when is the right time to offer a solution. This subtlety seems like a guess for a lot of men, myself included. But I don't know. What do you think?